Animal Crossing is such a strange game. It's a life simulator that sounds extremely boring if you try to describe what you wanna do in it. I'll give you my best shot regardless. So, you play as a slightly creepy looking villager who is the only human in the setting. When you first get to the island, there is almost nothing in it, and everyone is living in tents. Well, Animal Crossing is as much of an interior decoration simulator as it is a money management game. You have to make use of the local shop owner's complete lack of common sense to sell just about any trash you pick up for upwards of 5 digits of profit. They will buy just about anything, from weed you picked from the ground to gifts your best friend prepared for you with all his care. You eventually unlock a few more shops, and should you buy enough from Nook's Cranny, the shop will expand. I know I haven't ever been anywhere close to spending the amount to achieve that, since they rarely sell anything I want. There are no jobs in Animal Crossing. It's supposed to be a relaxing game taking place in a mini vacation village where you are free from any obligations or stress. But you will want to do all kinds of chores anyway. Fishing, catching bugs, chopping trees, collecting fruits, getting stung by wasps, planting stuff, all for sake of making as much money as you can so you can upgrade your house and create the interior decoration of your dreams. You can also change the terrain, although I personally haven't gotten that far yet, and you get to change the town's infrastructure by building bridges wherever you want, fences, walls and ramps. You can even change the location of everyone's residences. But you pay for every single one of those changes. If you don't, no one else will. The animals may be your friends and they may appreciate when you make the island look better, but they sure as hell aren't interested in being productive. They wander around aimlessly all day, sitting down to eat snacks, fish just because they can, and you better show appreciation when they take a minute of their precious time to water some of the flowers you ingrate. In fact, the animals are such useless bums that the local museum is completely doomed without your donations. In fact, no one else so much as enters the museum except you and poor Blathers. Those damn animals aren't just lazy, they also hate culture. Okay, I'm being a little unfair. They do craft from time to time, and give you the recipes for you to learn. I'm sorry, did I say they craft? I mean to say, they try and never succeed. Maybe if you had opposing thumbs, inferior animal, or maybe if you had perfect round billiard balls for hands. Crafting, along with terraforming, is one of the major new features in this version of Animal Crossing. You have a crafting table, you use it to craft furniture and tools. It's not like Minecraft though, you need recipes for everything. Should you ever get tired of your highly customizable home island, you can always go to the airport. The Dodo's inability to fly has motivated them to becoming pilots. For the price of a Nook Miles ticket, you can go on a pleasurous trip to a random island where you can engage in all sorts of tourist activities like causing completely environmental devastation, stealing native plants or insects, then return home. Sometimes you find animals in those islands. You can then be a complete superficial snob and invite them over if they pass your ugliness test. Or you can use amiibo cards so only the elite gets in. You can even kick your inferior residents to make room for an amiibo animal of your choice. That way, you can make the jocks on the island you always wanted. Finally, technology has made it to Animal Crossing. Now you have smartphone apps. Sorry, I mean proprietary Nook branded smartphones that can only install apps Tom Nook wants you to use. The most important feature of this device is the Nook Miles app. With this thing, you get instant gratification for any simple task every day, in form of Nook Miles. A currency that can be exchanged for all sorts of exclusive stuff like inventory expansion and a whole lot of Nook branded garbage to turn you into a hideous walking advertisement just like Brazilian football teams. Well, okay, it's not that bad. I do have some complaints about this game though. Oh boy. What's with the clunky and slow interface in this game? It's 2020 and Animal Crossing didn't get with the times. Every movement of the menu feels slightly delayed. Even with the new tool swapping menu, swapping tools doesn't feel fast enough. Because the game has to show this useless animation of the character showing off the tool before it can carry on. And speaking of unnecessary slowdowns, why the hell does everything involving town service and NPCs needs to take 10 times longer than it should? Nobody wants to go through the same 3 or 4 lines of dialogue every time they make a donation to the museum or sell something at Nook's train. Why do I have to choose between 5 or 1 of an item? What happened to the revolutionary invention of selecting your own digits that every game implemented since 1990? Using tools and placing things down also feels clunky. The character doesn't immediately turn to its opposite direction. It needs to gradually rotate around itself first. This means sometimes you can even tell if the character is aiming for the spot you wanted to aim with your shovel, and sometimes you will accidentally sit in a tree stump you wanted to dig out. Just one more thing. Why are the bugs so huge compared to the character? And why are there so many of them? Why are the pictures so realistic? This game is an entomophobic nightmare. And did I mention scorpions and tarantulas will chase you with bloodlust if they see you with a bug net at night? Going beyond those complaints is by all means a very good game. I don't have a lot to say about the online feature since I don't use it much. Yep, Animal Crossing with online. You can travel to other players' islands using a very sophisticated randomly generated code they need to share with you to register their island and do many but not all things you can do in your own island once you're there. You can also exchange mail and gifts. So, while you're stuck at home, why not immerse yourself in a virtual island doing underpaid work for a billionaire raccoon? It sounds totally messed up, but it's actually fun. Thanks for watching.
to you from the zoo. Just to the heart and